Hi guys, Michele Marie meets everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. I have Dory with me today. Today we're going to talk about, have her explain what she has observed about my Aspergers. I was going to ask Lumi to join us too. Of course, she said she would, but the problem is that Lumi said straight out is the problem is that she already kind of, we gotta rename this. Alright, so let's do that. So, this is a real pain in my butt because I want to edit. Wait a minute, I want to edit the title, and I got to edit this because this description is not right anyway. Alright, to make it easy guys, we're going to wait until the video is over. So let me just go ahead and send out my share to my people, and then we'll get this started, and then we will work on it. Let's see. How many other people? Just so few for now. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to send it to Rebecca Marie in Messenger as well.
Is this live?
Yes, we are live now. And you can bet we probably got questions already. So, Dory wanted to know if we are live, and the answer is yes, we are. And, come on. What the heck? I hate Android. I hate Android. Sorry, I do. Because it always gives me the worst luck trying to figure out how to do Android. And that could be another video altogether, and I'm not going to discuss that. So I will let Dory explaining what she has observed with my Aspergers, and explain it to you as she understands it, because I know, like I said, I can explain it, and that ain't going to help. So, why don't you just start from what you know from the basic beginning story?
I really don't know much about it, but I get very, 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 very frustrated talking to Michele sometimes because of her Asperger's, because I find myself repeating myself over and over and over and over. I know that has a lot to do with her hearing loss,
which is actually due to my Asperger's.
But I know other people that have Asperger's, and some of them you have to repeat yourself over and over. But I just find it very frustrating with Michele because the fact that it is, I do have to repeat myself. I mean, I could be sitting like this to her, and she'd say, "What? What'd you say? What? What?" And it is frustrating. And I noticed that Michele does not like to leave her house. Her leaving the house is going to the soup kitchen and back home. That's leaving her house. I know she doesn't like to do, she's not a very sociable person. She don't like to do things. I like to do things, like go out and, go have fun, and Michele don't like to have fun.
I have fun.
Name something that you think is fun.
I like watching documentaries. I like watching
That's
TV.
fun.
I like watching, talking to people about this current events and news.
That's not fun. That's boring.
No, that's not boring to me. That's fun. I enjoy that. That's what I like.
All right, so it's like, see, we're totally opposite people. I like to go do something, and I like to do adventure things. I like to just do spare of the moment things. Michele doesn't. Michele always has something. When I want to do something, she always says, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that." What are you doing now?
I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit because the angle's a little bit off.
So it's like I get frustrated with her with that. I love Michele dearly, don't get me wrong. Just that sometimes we don't collide. We don't see eye to eye. Excuse me.
But
I just want to say that Aspergers, she thinks I have Aspergers. I don't know. I don't think so. But it's like, why are we in black and white?
because I like that look.
I don't.
No, I do.
See what I mean? She's totally opposite of everything you say.
It simplifies a lot of things because the sun's going down.
Oh, it simplifies a lot of things.
Let's talk about something about the Aspergers that I mentioned to you last night, which was about order and clutter. And also ties in with legal blindness. One of the things when you're legally blind, I'm just talking about the eyesight.
You're also a pack rat.
Well, I'm going to explain some of this.
You're a pack rat.
I'm going to explain some of
You're
that.
a pack rat.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I can't. It doesn't let me explain nothing, does it? I have a right to explain.
You're a pack rat.
All right, here's the story. When they're legally blind, we have a system, okay, where we put things. And I tend to put things in piles.
Her kitchen's a good source for that.
When it was just my kitchen, it was just me, I had a system. But then other
Your
people...
telephone's ringing.
Well, that's going to have to wait. Unless you want to go ahead and cover me while I answer the phone.
Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Well, when you are legally blind, everything has a place. You know where everything is. Because you can't see well. You got to know and memorize locations where you keep things. But even sometimes Michele forgets too. And that's where I come in. Like, for example, the scissors. The scissors and the tape. Right? I thought Dory had the scissors and the tape. And she said the last time I saw them was on the coffee table. And then Libby reminded me, didn't you use those scissors and the tape in the bedroom to attach that cardboard box to the air conditioner? And I'm like, oh yeah. She said, check there. And Michele did. And there they were. And then she put them where they belong in the lockup. Where we keep all of our stuff, tools, and odds and ends. As far as Michelle's storing old pieces, extra screws, hardware, fasteners, Michele does not get a chance to go out shopping much. So she collects a lot of odds and ends because she knows that someday, like screws and fasteners, she's going to need them again. Michelle's done a lot better than she did in elementary school. In elementary school, she had closets full of broken phones, and broken TVs, and broken computers, and God knows what else. And eventually Michele said, well, you know what, I don't really think I'm ever going to fix half this crap, so she would throw half of it out. Even here on the porch, Michelle's landlord's the same way. Someone left the toaster oven behind. Michelle's like, well, I can't put that in my apartment. My electrics can't handle it. But Michele has a computer out here on the porch for free too, but no one seems to be interested. And of course we have a 25-inch console, which again, no one's interested.
That's mine.
Michele gave it to Dory, but Dory hasn't done anything with it either.
Where am I going to put it?
Well, that's the whole problem. You guys can't figure out where to put it because there's no place to put it in the other room because there's just no space. Besides, Michele pointed out it probably needs to have some adjustments made on the picture So maybe she might need to get in contact with someone like Shango090 or Shango066 or a more local radio television tech and ask them if they could take a look at it. And but Michele hasn't had the money to do that. But that's getting off the beaten path. Let's stick with the main thing, clutter. Michele has a system, and the problem is when the system is knocked askew, Michele can't find crap. So, like, if she got a little bit discombobulated with the pair of scissors, could you imagine what it's like when she can't find an audio-video cable?
Oh, God, help us.
That's why she collects so many cables. She's hoping that she always has a couple spares laying around somewhere in the house. Yeah, true. That's very true. Alright, so today, guys, we are asking questions. And so you guys are welcome to ask questions. So let me ask you with your own situation, because I know you have your own system as well of doing things, with storing things and stuff. Could you explain in a simple way the Dory Myville system? Because
my system is I don't give a shit.
And then she can't find stuff back when she needs it.
Right, and my system is I don't give a shit.
Michele's system is she gives a big shit. Michele doesn't like losing things. Michele...
No, I don't like losing things, I just don't give a shit.
I also tend to like things that are, I don't know if it's the Aspergers or if it's the legal blindness, but I like things with symmetry. Now, for those of you who watch M68 mixer video, you saw me wax poetic on the M68 mixer, and the reason is very simple. Everything was nice and neat and symmetrical on the front. Everything was nice and easy to see, big round knobs and stuff like that. I tend to get a little bit overheated when I don't see symmetry. I don't like to see tons of power cords dripping all over at strange angles. I don't like things that are perpendicular or at angles. I like everything to be at a nice 90 degrees or 180 degrees. I like control systems that are organized by division. More like, like I said, the M68 mixer. I like things that are... So I know the very first knob is microphone 1, second knob is microphone 2, third knob is microphone 3, fourth knob is microphone 4, fifth knob is the auxiliary input, and of course the last knob, which is black, is the master volume. Actually, it's great. It's great. But that was black. Wait, okay. When my sense of order is disordered, I can get really, really discombobulated. Dory's seen that to the point where sometimes I will start screaming. Or if I don't start screaming, you can hear me start saying some nasty things under my breath about lack of symmetry and consistency, and we have it. Dory, did you check to see if your phone damage was under warranty? That's what he wants to know.
Who's that?
Toy Talkers. He wanted to know if you checked to see if your broken screen was under warranty.
No, I didn't.
No, she didn't.
How do I check?
I'll see you later, dude.
Well, contact Metro PCS.
Okay.
Alright, that's how. Maybe they might even offer you...
and I mean to interrupt, but I'm reading something here on Facebook, and I mean to interrupt her, but I just want to let anybody know. It says, beware, I had one of these land on my back from my neck yesterday. I brushed it off, I didn't think much. A little while later, my neck started burning. So I went inside and rubbed it with a washcloth. I got up at 3 this morning and I have this blazing rash all over the back of my neck and down my back. And I've never had anything itch so bad in my life. And it's a caterpillar. It's a white caterpillar, and I am going to show it. They said if you see this caterpillar, do not let it get near you. Do not let it touch you, because it will make this awful rash. And if you can see the rash on the back of his neck, that's
so
it.
New,
this is the caterpillar.
So new, it should be under warranty, he says.
God. Thanks for interrupting me.
No, I know, but
this is why I don't like doing videos with you.
Well, he interrupted you. I'm sorry. He's saying since your phone is still new, it's less than 90 days old, he said it should still be under warranty.
Okay, Tom, I'll check it out. Tom, I said thank you.
Alright, thank you, Toy Talkers. Let's get back to the main topic. She wanted to mention that there is a new caterpillar that is so new that she's never seen it before.
No, it's a white caterpillar, and they said do not. This guy got a rash from it, a very, very bad rash.
Did they say what kind of caterpillar it is?
No, all it says is beware. Beware. I had one of these fall on the back of my neck yesterday. I brushed it off. It didn't think of it much. And a little while later, my neck started burning. So then I went inside and I rubbed it with a washcloth. I got up at 3 this morning and I had a blazing rash all over the back of my neck, down my back. And I've never had anything itch so bad in my life.
Okay. I think what it is the caterpillar has spines that have a toxin on it. The hairs. There's a lot of things out there in nature that will kill you. It's just, I don't mean to scare anybody, but it's true. There's a lot of nature stuff that'll kill you. You can ask your ancient ancestors and the plains of Savannah. May it be the cheetah, the lion, the tiger, the hyena. They'll kill you. The bugs, the insects, everything else seems to find humans to be delicious targets. And even though with all modern technology, we still can't seem to avoid, in this case, the caterpillar's hairs irritating the skin. Kind of looks like this caterpillar. He shows, doesn't show pictures, just shows, okay. Yeah, well, the point is that it's a white caterpillar. We've been seeing a lot of gypsy moths around here again. I noticed that. So, did he go to the doctor? Did the doctor
He didn't say anything about going to the doctor. He just said that he woke up and he had this bad rash all over his neck.
Right. Alright, so let's get back to the main topic of this whole video, because I don't want to get this thing to turn into another 2-hour long video, okay? So I want to try to keep this to the point. Even though Dory says she has some difficulties with me, I noticed that she finds the arrangements here have been fairly good for the most part for both of us. She likes to practice that. I don't normally get under her grill. I usually tend to stay to myself. Toy Talker, he describes it. It's called Pittsburgh. A venomous caterpillar from Canada has recently been spotted This is related to what you're talking about. Spotted in parts of central Pennsylvania. If you see the white hickory tough-sack moth caterpillar, don't touch it. The insects, fuzzy spines, black spines ooze. Spines contain a venom to ward off predators, but it can also irritate human skin. The good news is the nasty rash it leaves behind is treatable with lotion and ice. That's good. So, unlike what is washed up a couple times in the UK, which is the Portuguese man of war, at least it's not likely to kill you, but it's gonna definitely make your life very unpleasant and irritant. Okay. So now he's just demonstrating another aspect trait, which is Michele lost her place. Yeah. Alright, let me try to regroup. Okay. So I guess the next question that the audience is going to probably wonder is, how do you deal, and you see, you know, people from Primetime House have Asperger's as well.
I didn't say Primetime House, I said people I know.
People you know, okay. Which could be Primetime because you go to Primetime a lot, but I mean, it doesn't matter. What matters, the question is how do you feel is the best way to interact with them? And is there anything that stands out about them? I know we're all different, but I mean, is there any unique things that we do that you find endearing, positive things, as well as negative things?
I'm trying to think positive. I know Michele has a lot of good what's what I'm looking for? Good things under her belt. Like I always say, I see Michele take a computer apart and put it back together.
By touch.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
Pretty good, yeah.
How you doing?
Are you a little gray kitty?
No, that's downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, I do appreciate you guys helping with
You haven't seen a little black cat hang around here, have you?
I get a black one.
A kitten?
So yeah, I saw the little black kitty.
Michele, quiet. What?
Hey, Rusty.
Excuse me. A little black cat?
No, not a little.
Is it fluffy?
So this one belongs down there?
Yeah.
No, the black one I probably got, he's probably 7, 8 months.
Did you find it in the hallway?
Downstairs.
Yeah, it's the girls downstairs.
It is?
Yeah.
Is the kid okay?
Nobody came knocking. I didn't know what to do with it. So.
Yeah, I tried catching it, but it wouldn't come to me. But it's the girls, the kid downstairs.
So is it
Quiet.
So is this cat okay at all?
Yeah, the cat's fine. He has it in his house.
Okay,
Sure,
good.
that's the one?
By the
Yeah,
way, I wanted to say
don't
thank
worry
you.
about it because you know what?
I wanted
Don't
to say
care.
thank you to you for your help feeding the kitties.
Yeah, no problem.
I try to help my help and feed them too, but I just wanted to let you know I say thank you
Yeah.
for taking the time to do that.
I can't all the time, but when I have the extra money.
Soon it's gonna be winter and that door's gonna be closed and the cat's gonna probably be going back into their own apartments.
Right. So they'll let them in the house down here? Which one is it?
Yeah,
Over there?
yeah, they'll let him in.
They'll let them in for
Yeah.
winter? Good. Alright. Yeah, if we all chip in, I guess we can keep it going. Alrighty.
Have a nice day now. Okay. What about the other people though you know with Asperger's? I mean,
I really don't know. Like I said, I really don't know much about it. But
you
what
know.
I do know about it, people are very, very, very unique. They have to have a thing a certain way.
Yeah.
That's what I do know about.
some of us are very very structured, and some of us are not as much. But then when you have legal blindness on top of that, structure is key how you find your shit. Because an Aspie with, say, 20/20 vision may be a little more flexible compared to a person who's legally blind with Aspergers. Because a person with legally blind and Aspergers, we have to almost depend on everything on feel. Alright, let me check, see if the microphone... he's saying is he can't hear us. Just to my related, please see that. To the point where sometimes I start screaming. Or if I don't start screaming... the battery's going dead. Let me change the battery out. Lack of symmetry, consistency, and the Dory, did you check to see if your phone damage was under warranty? That's what he wants to know. Who's that? Toy Talkers. He wants to know if you checked to see if your broken screen was under warranty. No, I didn't.
I didn't even think of that.
She did. How do I check? Well, contact Metro PCS. Okay, alright, that's out. Maybe they might even offer you.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading something here on Facebook. I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to let anybody know. It says, beware, I had one of these land on my back from my neck yesterday. I brushed it off. I didn't think much. A little while later, my neck started...
I gotta change the batteries, Martha!
And rubbed it with a washcloth. I got up at 3 this morning and I had this rash all over the back of my neck and down my back. And I've never had anything itch so bad in my life. And what it's a caterpillar. It's a white caterpillar. And I am going to show it. They said if you see this caterpillar, do not let it get in.
Check, 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 check! Alright. We're trying to get the sound fixed. And we...
I'm going to call Metro PCS and see if my phone is under warranty.
yeah, you
And
can
I'll come
check.
back, alright? I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Alright. We're trying to get the sound fixed. Alright guys, I think that takes care of that. Dory's going to go to call Metro PCS and ask them. I just checked the volume right now, and the volume I'm hearing it fine after I changed the battery, which was kind of dead. We're trying to get the sound fixed. Yes, definitely. Isn't live TV fun? It is just a dead battery. Yep, I'm gonna fix that myself. Why don't you call me? Gets kind of lonely out here. Lonely? I know what you mean by lonely. Michele's very used to the old lighthouse repair guy from BTAC. Just a dead battery. Why don't you call me? Because it gets lonely out here. It does. So, yes, now it's working. Sorry about that. And unfortunately, that's one of the reasons. Like Miss Packrat had about extra batteries, and they were in containers, and here we go. Since Dory had to go inside, she went to go see if Metro PCS will work with her for warranty repair. I don't know if they will or not. Dead battery! Why don't you call me? Because it gets lonely out here. So, yes, now it's working. She never thought about calling Metro PCS to see if she could get it under warranty repair. The first time the phone got cracked, slightly cracked, was when it accidentally fell on the street. And the second time it cracked was because some hoodlum got into a bit of confrontation with her at the Connecticut State Capitol. And so that resulted in still would like to get back to the main topic. Order. Or sometimes it seems like there isn't any order at all. Trust me, there's order. I don't want to just okay. That's good. I'll let you like that. When you're legally blind and you have Aspergers and you have a system, because of your eyesight, first of all, everything has to have its place. You map out your house. You know exactly where everything is supposed to go. Come here, cat. Oh, it's my cat. Yeah, he's got... I'm going to have to get him in contact with the equivalent of the kitty's version of Jenny Craig. Ever since I fixed this cat, he put on so many pounds, he's getting to be really, really fat. He's still got muscle on him too, but he's losing it because he has no teeth. They took away his glands, so he can't produce teeth anymore. So, and that's not straight. But anyway, so when you are on legal blindness, everything has to have a place because it's how you think, memorize things. It's almost like you have a map in your head. Everything is based on touch or feel. Or maybe if you can see colors like me, some picture video, you might be going by blobs of where you think it is. Maybe you might remember, say, what looks like a blob of keys in the keyboard could refer to, maybe they think it's right next to your desktop, and of course if it's not there, then you get all discommoded, and the next thing you know it, you go on eBay, and you buy another one, and then a couple days later you found the original after you got the second one, and then you got two of the same item, and then you're trying to decide if I should sell the first one and keep the second one, or should I keep both in case the second one goes AWOL again. And that is where the SPs come in, because it's really hard when you can't always see exactly what's going on or where everything is, and it makes me really struggle because people who are legally blind, for example, we are always trying to kind of fit in with everybody else. People with Aspergers want to fit in with everybody else, but sometimes we don't know how to fit in. See, there's a social or lack of social. But one of the things is both groups can feel is we cannot stand a mess. I'm not obsessive compulsive like Felix Unger is in The Odd Couple. I'm not that bad. But I do have a certain way I do things, and a certain feel, and a certain policy. But when everything, if some reason something gets out of place, I get depressed about it. My life, my daily schedule is very regimented as well. You may not think it's regimented because you may think, gee, your video don't seem so regimented. Well, if you notice lately, the most of the videos have been done in the evenings or at night. And I like I said about the black and white look versus Dory likes the color look. I don't really mind color. I do use color on occasion, but I like the black and white look. I like to shoot videos that pictures in black and white when I can. I like developing my own black and white film in my darkroom. I shot some black and white home movies with my 16mm movie camera, which is a Filmo. What is it? Filmo. It's the military grade one. It's the HR series. Filmo. 16mm, which has the optional 400-foot magazine option if you choose to use it. I haven't tried it yet, but I would like to try it. But 400 feet of 16mm movie film is really expensive. Even if it is Tri-X reversal, I find that it's just very expensive. And also, it's very finicky when feeding it into the camera into the dark room, because you gotta do it in the dark, and or you can put if your Filmo is big enough, if you got a camera bag big enough, changing bag, you can do it in the changing bag. Like I said, I'm used to doing things by touch, and I'm used to doing things by little sight I have. I go by, I have a system, and I do things a certain way because that's what works for me. And this video, unfortunately, isn't going the way I intended it to go, but I tried to be a little more open-minded about it. We'll say, straight out, shit, that's life. I get out with it. It didn't go like you expect. So anyway, Dory's on the phone with Metro PCS and finding out what the story is about the replacements for her phone. And now, by the way, I'm going to talk to you about for the Sunday, because it is going to be a high of 31 degrees Celsius out here in New England, Connecticut. We're doing it on the porch again, just like today. I will do my best to make sure that the batteries are fresh and new in my microphone and preamp, so that you can hear me clearly. And I will do my best to answer your questions as promptly and as quickly as I physically can do. So, and I hope very much that you guys will come up with some new questions, and let's do some cool shit. Let's talk about stuff. I was hoping that some other people were going to join us. But you know what? There's no one here. This kind of sucks because I really was hoping others would come in and join us, but obviously no one's here. And so it's days like this when I get a little bit unhappy because of all the work I do. And sometimes I feel that I'm not sure what the audience really wants. And again, that comes back to the order thing too, because I really do want to do videos with order. I want to keep things organized. I want to do a good job. And unfortunately, the sad truth is if people are so watching so many YouTube videos out there, some people are so spontaneous, and they seem to have a certain type of energy to them, like a golden retriever. I mean, they just got this charisma that just exudes out of every pore, like the caterpillar you're talking about, except in this case it doesn't give you a rash. It just I don't know, it just does weird shit. Why would I want to install that? So one of the things is, okay, if you are legally blind and you have Aspergers, you know what I'm telling you. You have a system, you have things that you do a certain way. There are certain things you like, there's certain things you can't stand. Maybe you like me, you like a sense of symmetry. Where everything is nice and neatly, like for electrical cables, you would much prefer to have all your electrical cables for all your electronics zip tied together if you could. So you know, for example, that all the mains cores for the computer, you know where they all go. Some people might even go as far as labeling them. I label them too, but I tend to also go by different plug shapes of the shells of the plugs. But that doesn't always help when you got a million plugs that look almost the same. So, you get into the, gee, did I just unplug the monitor or just unplug the laser printer? They look almost the same. Although, on the monitor side, it's using the Mickey Mouse type plug, and on the laser printer, it's using the more standard PC power supply connector. So you don't always know which one's which. I just like a certain look, and if that makes any sense. Yeah. Could someone do me a favor? Would someone please ask some questions? Because I feel like I'm running out of fuel over here. I really feel like I am just basically doing what Chris Perlo did earlier. I watched, why not? How about that? How about order? I watched a video with Chris Perlo, and he was trying to discuss one should be using, say, Android ecosystem versus iOS ecosystem. If you don't like one, should you switch to the other? And he spent 15-20 minutes basically making me feel like he couldn't really express it, what he was trying to say. Okay? I could do another video on that, but that's going to go into the organization business. I feel if you're going to go ahead and you have a fixed topic, like I did yesterday, we had a fixed topic, I had everything organized, I knew how I was going to say it, and we got into it, and we did it, and it came out good. This time, I don't have a fixed topic, and it sounds like, since Doreen in the house, after I had to run and grab some batteries, my preamp for my microphone, that totally confused me, and then confused the sound, and everything else. And, so, yeah. And then when that happens, sometimes some of us get so easily sidetracked that we can go. It's like hitting an ice patch and driving off into a ditch. Just too. I feel like I just drove off into a ditch. I don't know how I'm supposed to get back on the highway. Jesus Christ, why don't you talk about something that you do know? Things I know. Like, for example, the weather. Yeah, it's gonna be warm this weekend. A high of 31 degrees on Sunday and Monday. There's possibilities that some of the highs and the weather fronts may push Naria towards Massachusetts, but I didn't check the spaghetti models to see if that is still the case. But she did a number on Puerto Rico and Dominica. I don't know where Dominica is, but obviously it's a Caribbean island. And so right now, Martha's Vineyard, I don't have any clue of what the news is right now. But I guess that I'll have to keep an eye on things and let you know. All I know is technically today is the beginning of autumn. And it's Mabon. And I can kind of emotionally feel things are starting to slow down, but it seems like I still feel like I'm not really feeling like autumn yet. I know today is the first day of autumn and everything, but it just doesn't feel like autumn, if that makes any sense. So, and that's something to think about, is it just doesn't feel like autumn. And, alright. I think I've bored you enough. There's really not much more to say. Just to say that everything has gone pear-shaped. And I thank you for watching this video, and I'm sorry it's not the most organized in the world. Somehow the title ended up becoming Legally Blind and Aspergers, which is actually an appropriate title since it's still about legally blindness and Aspergers. So technically I don't need to rename it. Yay. I just, at least it still matches the general topic. But if you guys have any questions, please bring them up. I really seriously need your questions to help so much you guys participate, because it makes things go so much easier. I know that on Sundays at 6 p.m. we officially do questions. And I know that on Sundays, you guys, I lately haven't seen too many people on at all, and I really, really hope the more of you will be part of the Sunday broadcast. And Dory's back.
Who was that gentleman that asked about my phone?
Yeah.
I don't have insurance on it.
You didn't sign up for insurance.
No.
There you go. That's your problem.
But, it's all good.
Did they say they could fix it for you?
No, they didn't say anything. They won't fix it without insurance.
Oh, they'll fix it without insurance, but you gotta pay for it. Just like when you go to the ER without insurance. And that is something else I'm still waiting for the bill for. Not looking forward to that.
So that's the story of my life.
Well, right now the story is I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, because everything is just one pear-shaped all across the board. Nobody's asking questions. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. Which makes me feel frustrated when I lose my train of thought, because of the sense that we were talking about order, how we like to get things done a certain way, but when I lose my train of thought, it just totally makes me feel befuddled. And right now, I feel befuddled.
I feel depressed. Well, that's okay.
Well, that too, but I mean, befuddled, I think, is more than depressed, because I feel stymied. I feel like, what am I supposed to do now, right? That's what I feel like. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I feel like we just wasted a whole entire live stream. The only person that was talking about your phone, Toy Talkers, as far as I can tell, is temporarily tuned out, but he'll probably will watch the video later on tonight. Alright, I'll tell you what, since we're basically gone pear-shaped anyway.
Can we just, we've been on doing this for an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Let me ask you a very simple question, and then we'll wrap it up, because this is definitely way out of the league of this question. But still, fuck it, I'm throwing it on anyway. What is it with you and cell phones?
I love them.
Why?
What is it with you with videos?
Answer my question first.
Because I like them. They keep my mind occupied.
Well, the videos do the same thing.
Okay.
But is there anything in particular about certain phones that you like or hate?
No.
Since you've had so many different kinds of phones.
I like phones that work.
What do you consider...
Oh my God, Michele.
Well, I mean, what do you consider a thing that makes a phone, for you, a working phone?
I have no idea.
Think. You buy phones, you've had many, many, many of them. So what I'm asking is, what features do you want in a phone? There, I just said it. What kinds of stuff do you like to have your phone do?
Play video games and help me with spelling and stuff like that.
Okay. Obviously, besides sound quality of the phone, for phone calls, obviously. What do you think of Android versus iOS?
I have no idea what that means.
That's an Apple iPhone right there. That uses iOS. Your phone's an Android, this is an Android, and this is a BlackBerry. Alright, so what... You've used an iPhone before. You've had an iPhone before. How did you feel about the iPhone compared to Android phone?
I like the iPhone. That worked pretty well. I also like the T-Mobile phone. I had the big one.
The T-Mobile phone.
The one you said it looked like a miniature tablet.
Oh! That
one I
very
wish I could
that
find.
large one. Yeah, the Alcatel one. Yeah. Well, you can get one of those on eBay. You get searching out one of those. If you can get one factory unlocked, you can use it with this provider. But the only thing is that they don't have a lot of RAM in them. But this is an older, using an older Android. But for me, people, what I prefer is I still prefer my iOS devices than my Android devices. I'm using the Android phone because at least this way I can still read the questions until eventually I'm going to get myself an iPad. But until I get the iPad, this phone, we're using this as a smaller tablet so I can read the questions post. And that's, again, that's a whole nother video topic. I'm not going to get into that right now because, like you said, we've been talking for this for an hour. And I'm really sorry for those of you who had to slog through all this. Welcome to the Ask Me Mine. That's all I can tell you. Without a map and with no one at the helm, your ship goes all kinds of crazy places. And you will be at the mercy of the sea and the ocean and the winds. So, right now it's time for me to grab control of the wheel and start my outboard, and we're going to start to bring this ship into port because I think it's time to wrap it up for the night. So everybody, I want to thank you very much for watching this very strange video, and I hope that you have a good night. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get better stuff done tomorrow. Okay? Let's say bye-bye.
Have a nice night.
Watch out for the rocks, guys. Because the lightkeeper fell asleep. And this battery was tired.